Hey guys, it's George. Thanks for sending all of your questions. We're going to be answering a few of them right now. Let's go. The first time I clearly remember watching an F1 race was back in 2009, was the Australian Grand Prix when Jensen was leading in a fluorescent yellow and white car, being the Brawn. Seeing him win and obviously going on to win the championship that year was pretty awesome. So I think that was the moment for me. I was like, yeah, I want to be an F1 driver. The PowerPoints have slowed down a little bit over the past year or so. Hopefully I don't need to bring any out anytime soon, but I've got it in my locker if I need it. What are my tips for making a good presentation? Don't tell them the bad stuff, just tell them the good stuff. So that's my number one tip. It was a really special feeling in the initial days back in Brackley because I spent so much time here when I was younger racing in Formula 3, Formula 2 as a junior driver. And it felt like returning home in a way, and there's so many people who I knew for so long and already had great relationships with, also meeting a lot of new people along the way, but you know, I see the fire and the passion within everybody in this team, and that, you know, really fuels the energy and the motivation inside of me to go out and be the best version of myself. So it's, you know, it's a really special feeling. This season is going to be tougher than ever with 23 races, and I think that's going to be a big challenge for not just the drivers, but all of the team traveling between all of the races, and even the guys back at the factory working tirelessly to prepare the cars, bring new updates and developments forward. So I'll keep the secrets to ourselves because that's maybe where we can try and find an advantage, but it's going to be a real challenge for everyone. My favourite circuit on the 2022 F1 calendar, obviously going to be Silverstone, home track. I love it there, fans are amazing, track is incredible, so Silverstone for me. So number 63 comes from my brother. My brother is 11 years older than me, and he started racing when he was 10, 11 years old, and it was in an indoor go-kart centre, and every time he went they gave him number 63, so it's been a family number ever since. So the funniest thing that's probably happened during an F1 weekend was Brazil 2019. We were on the drivers' parade. It was a pretty windy day, and I remember coming into the final corner and Danny Rick's cap blew off in the wind, and I caught it, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I thought it would be funny just to throw it out on the track, and I felt really guilty because the safety car behind ended up having to stop and collect this Danny Rick's cap because obviously it was about to go racing, so yeah, I had a giggle to myself after that. If I wasn't an F1 driver, I think I may have been a footballer because when I was 7 years old, I was playing football midweek and then going go-karting at the weekends, and at that age I was actually racing against 12 and 13-year-old kids, so it was difficult to compete and be competitive against guys who were 5 years older than you when you're a 7-year-old kid. Whereas when I was playing football, you were playing in your age category, so under 7s, under 8s. I was scoring a few goals, so fortunately for me, I chose motorsport, but if it wasn't motorsport, probably football. Yeah, I think there's a huge amount I've learned in the previous years at Williams, and I think one of the biggest lessons I learned was, you know, never give up. We had a really tough year back in 2019, and we worked so hard to work on each of the way we went about our business, improving the car. And that really paid dividends when we had half an opportunity to get a really big result. And I think that was a life lesson that we could have easily put our feet up and said, look, the car's not quick enough, we'll wait until next year. But those lessons and those hard moments really brought out the best in all of us. Thanks for all your questions, everybody. Really enjoyed answering them, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.